Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm an occupational therapy assistant student, and today I'm going to be showing you a motor performance intervention strategy that I am working on with a client who is about 6 months post-stroke. So we are targeting specifically fine motor skills and that pinching and that grasping of the digits, the fingers. So to begin, my client, the client that I'm working with, is about 6 months post left CVA, so it affected the right side of their body. And at the beginning, when they first had their stroke, they presented with very high hypotonicity and flaccidity. So there was very little voluntary movement and very flaccid in their right arm. Since 6 months ago, we've been doing therapy since then, and they've made significant gains and significant progress. So now we have had to work on more fine motor because they have developed more muscle tone. They build the muscle tone in their upper arm and in their forearm. Those neuronal pathways have been rebuilding, and the muscle tone has increased in their arm. So now we are focusing on fine motor skills. And so the performance skill deficits that this client has is the fine motor skill deficit along with grip and pinch. So this movement right here is very hard for them. We are working on that. So that is what this activity is going to target. And also it's hard for them to manipulate small objects. So this can help in things such as dressing, buttoning buttons, zippers, picking up pills, and things like that. So they also have low muscle endurance. In the beginning, when they first had their stroke, they got easily fatigued. That has progressed a lot, and they are able to do a lot more at one time now. So significant gains in that area. And again, so the client factor deficits would be hypotonic in their digits and their fingers, low muscle tone in their right hand, low muscle endurance. We're working on building that. And fine motor control is weak. So we're working on that as well. This activity that I'm going to show you today, the purpose is to improve, not to compensate or adapt. We are working on improving and building that muscle tone back in their fingers. So the occupation that this will help with, because the activity today is a preparatory activity, it will be helping the client be able to get back to writing and communicating, the IADL of communicating and writing. So like I said, we're working on the pincher grasp, and I will demonstrate in a minute what the activity is, but we want to be able to get that client to pinch and be able to start that pincher grasp and writing again, especially since this client is right hand dominant and it affected their right side. So that is what the focus of this activity is. Again, this is a preparatory activity, but this is what it would look like. I would have the client take their affected hand and use those pinchers, just the thumb and the first finger, and take a clothespin, pinch it off of a cup, and then move it to the other cup. And just like that, going back and forth, we could upgrade this by adding more clothespins, doing it for longer, and we could downgrade it by doing less clothespins, or just having them move from one cup to the next and then not having to go back. So just like that. And so, yeah, that will be part of the therapy process in helping to rebuild those neuronal pathways in the client, in building that muscle tone back into their hand and fingers.